Welcome back to Stray Trains. We have hit the latest milestone on this channel, and that means one thing. We will continue a milestone tradition and celebrate with a 10-question quiz, which will also feature an 11th bonus question at the end. This quiz's theme is train types, with each answer either being Comenge, Siemens, Extrapolis, or high capacity metro train, the 4 different train types that run on Melbourne's electrified network. Thank you so much for 5,000 subscribers. Best of luck for the quiz, and most importantly, hope you enjoy the video. On a side note, I thought it would be nice to use some unused footage over the last few years here in this video, so each clip will have an aspect to it that is either uncommon or doesn't happen anymore on Melbourne's railways. See if you can spot them. As for now though, let's start off with question 1, and the aim is that they will get progressively harder as the video goes on. So, question 1. Which train has never run as a 3-carriage consist on the main line? Remember, each answer is either Comenge, Extrapolis, Siemens, or high capacity metro train. I won't bother repeating that each question. Feel free to pause if you want some extra time. The answer to question 1 is HCMT, high capacity metro train. The other 3 trains, Comenge, Siemens and Extrapolis, can all run as 3-carriage trains, despite typically running as 6-carriage sets. And the reason why the HCMT has to run as a 7-carriage set, as there are no other driver cabs except on either end of the train. Question number 2. Which train only has 2 doors per carriage to enter and exit on either side? The only train with 2 doors per carriage per side is the train passing right now, which is Siemens. The other 3 types of trains on Melbourne's network have 3 doors per side per carriage, which is much better for passenger flow, especially during busy peak times. Question number 3. Not all trains run on every single line across our network. Some lines have a mix of trains, some only have one type of train. However, for question number 3, which train runs on the least amount of different lines across our network? Currently running on only 3 different types of lines, being the Pakenham, Cranbourne and Sunbury lines, is the HCMT. However, this might increase in the future if they do end up running on Melbourne's Airport Rail line, which is still a work in progress. Continuing on with the theme of line running, let's up the difficulty a little bit. For question number 4, which is the only train that has run on every single line with passengers across our network? Despite only running on about half of the total lines here in 2025, the Comenge train used to run on every single line across Melbourne's network at some points. And that is the answer to question 4. Question number 5. Which type of train does not have doors separating each of the carriages? If you do this by process of elimination, the Comenge trains have quite clear separate carriages, so they have doors. The Extrapolis 100s also have sliding doors between carriages. And whilst usually open at all times, for new modern safety standards, the high-capacity metro trains actually have fire doors between carriages. So the only train that has no doors between carriages, and the answer to question 5 is Siemens. Question number 6. Which of our metro trains were built by the company Alstom? While some Comenge trains were refurbished by Alstom, they were refurbished by Alstom and actually built by Commonwealth Engineering. So the answer to question number 6 is Extrapolis. I'm going to play a sound. Listen carefully. For question number 7, on which train could you have heard that sound? Notice how the question was phrased as heard, not hear? Well, hopefully that was a little clue. The train that used to make that sound was in fact the Siemens train upon terminating at a specific station. However, with recent upgrades, it no longer makes that noise.
This train will be terminating at Newport.
Question number 8. Which train has never and will never run an East Pakenham service? Whilst making multiple trips to East Pakenham station without passengers for various reasons, Extrapolis trains have never and will never run with passengers to East Pakenham station, and that is the answer to the question. Question number 9, and this is, have you been paying attention? It was a question a little earlier in a community post poll on this channel. Which train has never been through Union Station, which is located on the Belgrave and Lilydale lines? This is a bit of a tricky one and does require a little bit of thinking. Nonetheless, though, the answer to this question is high-capacity metro trains. Now, of course, Extrapolis trains, they run service on those lines every single day, basically. Comenge and Siemens trains, for various reasons, have actually run without passengers empty through Union Station. And this is where it gets interesting. Despite running tests on the Belgrave line, high-capacity metro trains have actually been beyond Union Station, all the way as far as Upper Ferntree Gully and towards Belgrave. However, this testing was all done before Union Station opened in 2023, and since then, a high-capacity metro train has not actually been through Union Station. When it went through towards Upper Ferntree Gully, it would have passed the old Surrey Hills and Mont Albert stations. A bit of a weird one, hey? I wonder if we'll ever see a high-capacity metro train through Union. Time for question number 10. Which type of train was the final train to run through the old at-grade Glen Huntly station before it was grade separated and renamed to Glen Huntly Station with a space between Glen and Huntly? Whilst it was meant to be an Extrapolis train which was on the final down service towards Frankston, the final city-bound train was running over 30 minutes late and was a Comenge, which means by pure accident the final train to ever pass through the old Glen Huntly station was a Comenge. Time for a bonus question for the OGs. As of right now, and for pretty much the entirety of this channel, a Comenge, Siemens, Extrapolis, and high-capacity metro train feature on the channel's logo from Pakenham Sidings. However, for the first few months of this channel, before it was changed to the current one, there was one other thumbnail, which featured only one type of metro train. Which train was this? Located at Caulfield Station, the only other channel logo and the original one for pretty much just a few months was a high-capacity metro train, and that is the answer to the question. And that will do it. How did you go? Feel free to chuck it in the comments below. And I just wanted to say once again, thank you so much for 5k subs. This channel was pretty much just started as I didn't have enough storage to save every video that I took, and well, the next thing you know it, 5,000 subs just like that. It's been a wonderful past 4 and a bit years, and can't wait to see what the future holds for us on Melbourne's railways. And on that note, I think we'll leave it at that. Thank you so much for watching. Cheers.